Hi everyone. Hey roommates, and welcome back to Love's Room. My name is Love if you are new, and if you are new to my bedroom, sorry I'm a bit nervous. Hey roommates, my name is Love. Welcome to Love's Room. Hey roommates, welcome to Love's Room. My name is Love and welcome to my bedroom. This is my space where I invite you guys to come in to my space. We learn, we laugh, we teach. We talk about the serious things, the unserious things. We do everything. I take you guys around with me. The room location changes. We go to different countries. We do a lot of things together. And this is just my space. This is where I want to let you guys in into my world, my room. You know, the room is where a lot of secret things go on in there, and it's just confident in there. Your room is where, you know, you can show your ugly parts, and where you get dressed to, you know, you get dressed and you fix yourself to look beautiful, and where you sleep, where you relax. It's your element, and that's exactly what Love's Room is. And I'm just bringing you guys, making sure that this is somewhere everyone is a safe place for everyone, where everyone can come, people can come and relax, and we can all enjoy ourselves in my room, Love's Room. First of all, I'd like to reintroduce myself and say that my name is Love. It is actually Love on my passport and all the other important documents. But yeah, my name is Love Robinat Kapesa, and I'm 23 years old. And today I would just like to welcome myself back into my baby's world, Love's Room. I'd just like to welcome myself back into you guys' room, and I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone who stayed subscribing, the 400 and whatever, the 400 and whatever soul number. I'd just like to say thank you to each and every one of you guys, and thank you guys for staying loyal to me. Thank you guys for staying in the room even when I wasn't here. You guys still stayed, you guys subscribed, you guys were still watching, because I was still watching that TV. So yeah, today I'll be talking about what happened to me and why I disappeared. And I can honestly say that this is one of the biggest stories of my life. And I know that this story is not completely, I'm not completely comfortable to talk about all the areas of this story yet, but I'm still comfortable to talk about certain things now. There's been a lot of transformation, there's been a lot of change, there's been a lot of just, I can't even begin to explain how much change has taken place, how many things has just shifted. There's been a huge shift, growth on a next level, and I'm actually so happy for that growth, and I just want to bless God for that growth. I want to bless God because I didn't become who people wanted me to become, and I didn't become who I once upon a time thought I will become. And God knows why He takes you away from certain situations as much as you want to keep yourself in it. The Bible says that it's good that I was afflicted, and during the time I hated it. I hated that experience. I hated it. I hated it so much. And even now, I'm still traumatized. I'm still, I've got like PTSD and stuff, and I have my moments, but I'm still healing, but I've healed enough to speak. I've healed enough to come back. I'm not bitter no more, and I'm just so happy about that. I'm happy that I'm not bitter. I'm happy that I can turn around and say, nah, God actually bless that person. And isn't even God bless that person, God is going to actually bless that person. So, you know, I'm happy that this is a new start for me. I'm going to talk about my previous relationship. That's why I came off, kind of came off social media, completely came off YouTube, and I couldn't function no more. I really couldn't do anything anymore, and it was so tough. It was so hard for me. It was so hard for me. And I have a huge story, and this story is based on my relationship. This story is based on what broke me and what I felt robbed me, and what it was the third to second death of my life. Literally, if you've ever experienced death, then you know exactly how that feels, and that is the ugliest. It's an unexplainable experience. It's an unexplainable feeling. You can never explain how you feel about death, and that's exactly what happened. Because there was such a bad outcome out of this relationship that I was in this relationship for 6 years. So because there was such a bad outcome, that's why I said I'm happy that I was afflicted, because it's brought me back to my first love, and my first love is Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit of God. Like, it's brought me back to the one that I love, and the one that I should have loved first, and I took the wrong route, hence why I can't even speak. Hence why it went left. But nevertheless, I am much more better. I can't explain to you guys how like the change. And in this video, I'm gonna try to explain as much as possible what I feel comfortable saying. And I know that as time goes by, I know that there's reason to my story. There's a reason why I went through what I went through. There's a reason why I was afflicted. There was a reason why I made mistakes. There was a reason why I was treated the way I was treated. There's a reason why this has happened, and I know that this story, I'm going to take it around the world. I'm going to take it and help others. And I say that because I remember at one point when I wanted to kill the guy, literally kill him. And I wanted to make him feel how he made me feel. I wanted to burn him. I wanted to cut him up. And burning is actually one of the most painful deaths. So I wanted to blow him up. I wanted him to feel exactly, if I don't laugh, I'll cry, so that's why I'm laughing. But I wanted him to feel exactly how I was feeling. And I remember I saw a vision of myself. I saw myself in jail, and I saw myself outside holding a mic and speaking to thousands of people, and then just telling this testimony to people and helping people. And I saw myself in jail, and just the way my life just got cut short because of one human being. And that was where I had to make the decision of what are you going to do? And I got to the point of wanting to kill him, or even getting to the point of killing him. And I remember God even sending my sister to me immediately, telling me, you need to stop, you need to stop, you need to calm down. Right, the story is such a vast story. It's a huge story, and there's so much to it. I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to explain. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. One thing is, I would blame myself. I know a lot of people are going to turn around and be like, LV, how can you say that? But I will say that because I should have left when it was, from the first moment it blew out of proportion, I should have left. And that was way before it hit 2 years. I should have left. But I thought that it was love, and it wasn't love. And I can confidently say I've never been in love, and I've never fell in love. I've never experienced love. I've experienced deep care for someone, or just having general love for someone, but being in love is a complete different thing, and I can confidently say that I haven't experienced that. I should have got out when I should have left. I should have known my worth, but it was my first ever relationship in my whole entire life. So I didn't know anything, and a lot of the times I wanted to ask for help, but I didn't ask for help, or I couldn't ask for the help. And yeah, this robbed my strength. It took my strength, everything. Like, it took everything. It took everything out of me. It took my strength. It was the most horrible feeling one of the most I've ever experienced. Like, I remember feeling it deep in my heart, where I had to make the decision to get up and to go. And even when I made that decision, it took me such a long time to even get up and go, because I didn't want to. And you know, I was worried that maybe God, I didn't know where I was going to end up in life. And because I was so worried and I was so scared, I was ready to kill myself. I was ready to go. I was ready to end my life. I was ready to just say, yeah, like, there's no point. I literally said, there's no point of me living. I experienced a different level of suicide. A different level. Like, there's no words for me to explain it, but a different level of suicide. I got to the point where I said, I'm going to kill myself. Like, because I was rejected and I wasn't good enough for the person. I just wasn't it. I wasn't what he wanted, and I done everything. I mean, I made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. I done a lot of things that hurt him as well. But on my side, I can confidently say that I done everything, gave up my last to just try and make things work. Like, I want to stay. I want to be with him, but I was rejected, and I was basically just like, not to my face, I would say, but definitely to my sisters. He told them that, you know, I don't want this girl. And if you've been through a heartbreak, you guys can just imagine how I felt at the time, like, of, you know, like, speaking to me and telling me one thing, and then the other thing, you're going around and saying another thing. I'm just like, why would you do that? Throughout this time, even way before, I did face a lot of embarrassment throughout this relationship. I faced people laughing at me, people cussing me, and I even stopped certain relationships with people just for the sake of that relationship. And I didn't understand it at the time, because at the time those people was telling me that, Elvie, I'm just trying to stick up for you, I'm just trying to help you. And I didn't want to understand. I didn't see what they were saying. But now I see it. And pardon me. And I don't only see that, I remember having dreams, I think 3 years from now, I remember having dreams, and And a lot of them dreams didn't make sense to me, but it's only this year, 2021, I can confidently say that them dreams make a lot of sense to me now. And when I was having those dreams, I didn't understand. In the dream, he was hiding from me. In the dream, it was me praying. I was praying for our relationship. I was praying for it to work. But in the dream, he will hide. He'll be hiding. I never understood. And I'll wake up and I'll be happy, but a big chunk of me will be upset and sad because I'm like, but why did I see this in the dream? This is not making sense. But I never ever said anything. I just kept it to myself, and I kind of just brushed off that side and explained the good side of me praying and stuff like that. But that is the dream that I can honestly say that understanding you, sometimes you just won't understand things when it happens, and some things are for you to understand it in a couple years. And especially when you're stubborn or you're just growing, you're not gonna understand it then and there. But yeah, so I feel like I was being told that someone doesn't want me, but I didn't see it. I don't know why I didn't see it. I was being called crazy, and I don't know, I did behave quite crazy. I was quite, I'm not gonna say I wasn't crazy, because I was, but but on the level that I was being called crazy, I feel like that was very much wrong. I'm coming from a bitter place. I'm coming out from a very bitter place. I'm coming out from a place where I wanted to hurt him, because there was things that were said, you know, that you said at your own mouth, that we said, you know, and I planned my whole life around this guy. I planned my whole entire life around this guy. And to just have everything, my time, my money, my everything, like everything you can think of, just go down in the drain. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I gave up. I remember on the 6th year, giving up something that was just so special to me, and just for that to be thrown back in my face, like, yeah. And I know a lot of people are probably sitting down, like, you know, because a lot of people, you know, they said what they had. They said that, oh, they won't last. Like, honestly, like, I don't even want to say this, because I remember the time where I said, like, yeah, God, like, it is what it is. But everyone grows differently, and I feel like it was my experience, and I just needed to experience that. I needed to go through that. I needed to learn for myself. And it is true that when people tell you things, you don't learn for yourself. You really don't. You don't try to even listen to people. Like, you're like, nah, I know everything. I know. I know. Darling, you don't know. Okay. But then again, it was we started from a very young age, from a very, very young age. So there was a lot of things. Yeah, there was just a lot of things. I was lifeless. I would go to the train station, and I would literally, like, I would hear a voice, clear, loud, saying, yeah, jump in front of the train station. Like, it's time for you to go. Like, what are you gonna live for? I never saw the reason why I was living. I thought to myself, like, if he's not in my life, then I'm a nobody. And I just can't believe that I thought I am a somebody, though. I can't believe that at the time. Trust me, I ain't thinking like that now, because baby girl is too cute, okay? But at the time, I was just dead. I was literally waiting to die. Like, I would cross the road and just wait for a car to crash me. I wanted to go. It affected, it was great depression, great stress, anxiety. I had paranoia. I had there's a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff. I had paranoia. I had just too much stuff. I had like fainting attacks, and I've actually come far. I've come far. Like, I've come far. For me to sit down and look like this, I've come far. I've come to a point where before I wasn't getting dressed. I didn't bath. And that's where it took me. I didn't do my hair. I just never saw a point of living, you know. And that's because I gave someone so much of my life that I forgot about me. Most of all, I forgot about God. And I gave him roles that he couldn't even play, and I expected him to play. So when he didn't play them roles right, when he didn't play them roles right, I was upset, I was sad, I was angry, because you're not living up to my expectations. And it took me a long time to learn that humans won't live up to what you think. Like, that won't happen. Like, you know, it's just, you know. I remember the 5th of June, that was the heaviest I've ever felt suicide. And I remember I wake up in the middle of the night, and because I wake up in the middle of the night and I will go into my living room where everyone is sleeping, and I will just go on my knees and I'll break down. But this was night. I had nights where I was crying, I was breaking down, I was saying, God, like, heal my heart, like, heal me. Like, listen, you don't know that you need God until you beg him. Like, until you go through something that is so deadly, and you literally get on your knees and you're like, Jesus Christ, if you don't heal me, I'm going to take myself. And I remember, I can literally see it happening right now. I remember days where I'll go in, I hold my heart, and I'll be like, God, please do something. Like, take away this pain. And I'll beg God to take away the feelings that I had for him, because I just knew it was so toxic. And I just thought to myself, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to, like. And I know that if you have feelings for someone, you should never feel like that. I'm just like, no, like, God, don't, like, just take it. And I had countless of nights. I would cry, I would read my Bible, and I'd cry, I listen to preachers and cry. Like, it was just very tearful, very tearful, very tearful. I had times, I lost my cousin at the same time. My cousin committed suicide, and it was just a time where I was crying. And I remember even when I was crying, I was kind of mad with God. I was like, where is he? Like, where is he? Like I was asking God, where is everyone who I thought who will be here for me? And there was only 2 people, and those are my 2 favorite sisters till now. That's my blood. But literally, like, I was bawling, like, in tears. And on the 5th of June 2020, it was a girl that I know that's had a past with him, and it was her birthday. And guys, the devil is a liar. He's a liar. I just kept hearing, why are you alive? Like, at the time I still liked him. So why are you alive? Like, he's probably with her right now. Like, right now, he's with her. You shouldn't be alive. Like, the devil's voice was so loud in my ears. I don't even know if I've never heard it this loud. Like, take your life. And I remember these were the exact words. Go downstairs in your kitchen, take the gold and black knife and put it right in your belly. Like, kill yourself. Go, because you don't deserve to live. You're nothing without him. You're nothing. And I remember it was night, and I was just crying. I was crying. Oh guys, I can't even explain. Like, roommates, I was in tears. I was crying. I was begging God. I was like, God, with the little life that I have left in me, with the grace, every breath that I take is by your grace, Lord. Like, save me. Like, I remember I called my brother, called my younger sister to come, and I was just like, Jesus, like, save me. Like, just, I don't want to cry. God, save me, because I don't want to kill myself. I don't want to die. And I know I wanted to go. I wanted to die, but because I didn't pick, I could have done something bad. I didn't pick jail. And because I saw myself, but way before this happened, I saw myself in jail, and I saw myself holding a microphone, speaking to millions of people about what has happened to me, what I went through. And I literally said to myself, I'm gonna pick life. I'm gonna pick this story, and this is what's gonna take me. Like, if this story has taken me back to God, then there is a big reason. There's a big reason why I am here. I'm here for a purpose. I said, I pick life. I'm not gonna end my life. I'm not gonna go jail. Like, I'm gonna choose to help people in my story. I'm gonna choose to help the brokenhearted. Love is such a big topic. Is people fight left, right, and center because of love. And if God can help me to impact someone else's life and to help them and to wherever they may be, then I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that than to sit in jail because of someone who didn't like me, someone who rejected me, someone who declined me, someone who didn't value me, someone who doesn't even know me. Like, I would rather do something else, be a successful person. And yeah, it was a lot, guys. It was a lot, roommates. It was a lot. And I say it's a vast story. It's a huge story. And I feel like as months will go by, as years will go by, I am gonna start opening up about it. I'm gonna talk about, there's topics, literally topics about how to love someone. There's good things, and there's many good things that came out of this relationship, and there's many bad things that came out of this relationship. It taught me a lot, and I'm so happy. I'm happy. I learned how to be with people. I learned confidentiality. I learned how to keep secrets. And I learned how I'm good, you know. I learned, like, not to be a revengeful person, because I was, you know, if he done something to me, I'm about to take you and do something to you. You're gonna feel what I'm feeling at the time. But I learned that you can't be like this. I learned that stubbornness won't take you nowhere. I learned a lot of things. I learned value, like what I'm worth, I learned how beautiful I am, and not beautiful outside, but beautiful inside. How beautiful I am inside. I am extremely beautiful. I am strong. I'm amazing, and I'm enough. I'm enough. And I never thought I was enough for him because of the actions that he was doing, and just where he was going. Just felt like I wasn't enough. But I've come to realize that I am enough. And I've just come to realize that don't ever let no one treat you like nothing. Like, don't ever let no one treat you like you're just nothing because you're someone, you're somebody. It has not been easy for me. It hasn't been easy at all. It's been the hardest ride of my life, the hardest experience of my life. I never thought in so long that it will end. And I know a lot of people spoke and they said, oh, they will never last. Well, I guess you guys was right. I really guess you guys was right. So yeah, like, I'm well, I'm fine, I'm good, guys. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm happy. Like, I'm happy. I work now. I work harder than I was before. I'm single, but I'm single on a journey to be complete. I've gone back to my first love, which is Jesus Christ, and I've experienced him on a different level, and I'm so happy. Like, I know my worth now. Like, there's not, you couldn't pay me to go back, but there's, like, I know where I stand. Like, I know that it's not only him, but no one can take the mick out of me, because what God says I have it. I have it already. Even if it hasn't manifested to the physical yet, I have it already. I know that I am an honest woman. I know that I'm growing to even be an honest woman. I know that I'm strong. I know that I'm healthy, and I'm enough. I just keep saying that I'm enough. And even these days, I've just been saying I'm enough. And I know that God has healed me from some of the trauma, some of the PTSD, and I'm still going through some of the trauma, some of the PTSDs. I'll have times where it will literally play out before me and I'll freeze, and literally I'll be like, I can't move sometimes. But me and Jesus, like, Jesus isn't even me and Jesus. Jesus is really on it with me. Like, he's not, you know, but I'm not gonna let one experience in my, like, it's my first ever boyfriend, so one experience in my whole entire life shut down my whole view on men. Like, I'm not gonna do that, because I know that the blessing still remains for me, and I know that God has chosen me, and I know that I'm special. I know that I'm precious. I know that I'm amazing, and that could have just been a lesson that I needed to learn, and I should have stayed. I mean, I should have left, but clearly I wanted to see how red the flag can go. The flag was red from the get. But yeah, everything happens for a reason. I learned how to pray. I learned how to persevere in that relationship. I learned how to dress. I learned how to do a lot of things. I learned how to, I benefited a lot from there. And honestly, I just learned how to respect someone else. And I can honestly turn around today, and coming from such a bitter place, and literally just being okay today, to even see him around, and I don't even know, it's just normal now. Like, it's just like, you know, like, honestly, I literally sit down, I'm just like, wow. And I wouldn't wish him all the best, because wishing is not what I do. I know that God's gonna bless him. I know that God's gonna help him. And I know that, because God has helped me, and he is blessing me, and he has blessed me. And God loves all his children, and I know that we all make mistakes, and we all grow from them. But yeah, I will move on later on to speak about different things, good things and bad things. I will move on how to speak about love, to speak about how to deal with depression, how to deal with anxiety, how to deal with paranoia, how to deal with all these different things that a lot of people don't speak about, or a lot of people will be, people close their mouths not to speak. And if there's one thing, no one's going to close my mouth. No one's going to close my mouth, because my story is my story, and I'm going to say what I have to say, and I'm going to speak what I have to speak. And I feel like it's just, it's time to grow. It's time to really grow. I'm back. I want you guys to enjoy every single video that's gonna come after this. Like, it's going to be a ride. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be fantastic. It might be teary. It might be full of laughter sometimes, a bit teary, but it's a healing process. And I'm ready to take you roommates with me on my healing process.